MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Texas Rangers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Corey Kluber, the right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Striding into the box, Bo Bichette. He will lead this one off today.
For Toronto, the shortstop, number 11.
First offering on its way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Batting second, the second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Stepping up now, Kevin Biggio, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that misses, ball 1. Kluber, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Three and 1. Lourdes Gurriel is on deck. Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2. Fouled off. The 3-2 one more time. Pulled toward right center field. Santana is there. 2 gone.
Batting third, the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
Now at the plate, Lourdes Gurriel. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
That is full. The third baseman, number 27.
At the plate now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Too high. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
The 2-2 pitch.
You got a full count?
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
The payoff pitch. Popped him up. Guzman in foul ground, and the inning is over. Blue Jays held in check, and now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. Hyunjin Ryu gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done, controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
So stepping in, Shin-Soo Choo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. A ball and a strike.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
So Elvis Andrus the next to bat as he rips it on the ground to second, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hitting.
Yellow.
That brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Runners on first with one down. And this one's too far inside, ball two. The 2-0 on the way. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
We're seeing a good AB here from the three-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. 3-2 now. Runner at first here, one man out. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Into the box now, Danny Santana, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Santana stands just shy of 6 feet at 5'11" and bats from both sides of the plate. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. Ready with the 1-0. A runner on first with two away. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. One left for Texas. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Now in the box, Travis Shaw. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber.
Number 6, Travis Shaw.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That is good. The center fielder, Randall Griffith.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2
Lays
strikes.
off that time, and it's 1-2. hard sinker misses. 2-2. No one out with a runner at second. Three balls and 2 strikes to the Blue Jays center fielder.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Striding forward now is the DH, Teoscar Hernandez. From the belt, the pitch.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Two-0 count, the pitch. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. Shaw rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the runs across to score, and the Jays will take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Derek Fisher the next to bat. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Just a tick behind for a strike. First and second here with nobody out. 2 balls and a strike.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another payoff pitch. And here's a cut fastball that misses down and away for ball 4.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks at bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Now to the plate, Reese McGuire. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. And, oh, look out, as that pitch ran in and got him. And that's going to force in a run. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Digging in for his second at-bat, Bo Bichette. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
1-0 the count. From the belt, the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The batter is 8, second baseman, Cavan Biggio.
Striding in once again, Cavan Biggio. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. So a full count now. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Now batting, left field.
Now batting, Lourdes Gurriel. 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded by Odor. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. On now to the bottom of the second. Toronto leads this one 2-0. Stepping in, Willie Calhoun, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Willie Calhoun.
First offering on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Here's the 0-1.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-hole hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Here comes Ryu. 0-2. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
Here's Todd Frazier now. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Frazier, or the Todd Father as he's affectionately called. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 1-1 home is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
2-1 pitch.
Frazier in front, 3 balls and a strike.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Now the payoff pitch home, and he fouls this one off. A bouncer up the middle. He's right there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Rougned Odor. Ryu's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Hey!
Swung on but fouled off to the left. Texas down to their final strike in this one. Now his swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays get a complete game shutout from their starter as this ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
A 2-0 finish today. The Jays claim the victory despite being held to only 3 hits. Hyunjin Ryu is credited with the win. Corey Kluber only completed 2 innings and is charged with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Blue Jays, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base.